People across the U.S. protest against President Trump's policies.
Prime Minister. U.S. tariffs present an opportunity to restructure the economy towards sustainability.
Enhancing Vinh Airport. An opportunity for Nghe An's advancement.
You're watching today's news on NTV. My name is Nguyễn Thị and I will be your guide through today's latest update. On the morning of April 6, Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính chaired the regular government meeting for March and an online conference with local authorities to discuss several important issues.
In the opening remarks, the Prime Minister noted that with the U.S. announcing its retaliatory tariff policy, trade tensions are escalating, which could disrupt global trade and supply chains. Stock markets in various countries are declining, and there are significant impacts on global economic growth and stability. According to the Prime Minister, the U.S. is Vietnam's largest export market, but not the only one. This is also an opportunity to restructure the economy towards faster, sustainable development, green growth, digital transformation, relying on science and technology, and innovation. It involves restructuring the export market and enhancing the quality of goods to penetrate other markets with high potential, such as the Middle East, Eastern Europe, Central Asia, Latin America, India, and ASEAN. Immediately after the U.S. announced its retaliatory tariff policy, on the morning of April 3, the government convened and reported to the Politburo on the overall situation and response solutions, focusing on communication with the U.S. and requesting a temporary hold on reciprocal tariffs to negotiate specifics.
On April 5th, tens of thousands of people participated in protests across the United States to voice their concern about the actions of President Donald Trump since taking office.
Protest overview. Approximately 1.200 demonstrations are expected nationwide, opposing the policies of President Donald Trump and billionaire Elon Musk since Trump initiated rapid government reforms and expanded presidential powers. Many protesters flocked to the lawns surrounding the Washington Monument, expressing their dissatisfaction with a series of executive orders issued by Trump. Protests have been planned in all 50 states, as well as in Canada and Mexico. Terry Klein, a protester from Princeton, New Jersey, stated, "We oppose the administration's policies on everything from immigration to tariffs and education." Protesters are also against Musk's government performance group, which, with Trump's backing, has cut more than 200,000 jobs from the 2.3 million federal workforce.
The UK Ministry of Defence announced that Chief of the UK Armed Forces, Tony Radakin, has discussed with his counterpart from France and Ukraine the possibility of deploying peacekeeping forces in Ukraine.
We also know very well
The UK Ministry of Defence stated, in the UK's effort to build a coalition of goodwill to ensure lasting peace in Ukraine, Admiral Tony Radakin, Chief of the UK Armed Forces, met with his Ukrainian and French counterparts in Kyiv. The Chiefs of Defence discussed the structure, scale, and composition necessary for future security forces in Ukraine, following the Coalition of Goodwill summit in Paris at the end of last month. French President Emmanuel Macron mentioned that some coalition members intend to send deterrent forces to Ukraine. The French leader emphasized that this initiative would not replace the Ukrainian military, and the deterrent forces are not peacekeeping troops. Their goal is to deter Russia and will be deployed at strategically identified positions with Ukraine.
Coming up next are some updated news.
In the first quarter of 2025, Nghe An continues to be an attractive destination for foreign investors. The total foreign direct investment, FDI, in the province reached over 110 million United States dollars, indicating positive growth and investment attraction. In the first 3 months of the year, the province granted new licenses for 5 FDI projects with a total registered capital of over 80 million United States dollars. while also adjusting to increase capital for 4 other projects with an additional investment of about $30 million United States dollars. Notably, these projects are in the fields of electronic component manufacturing, industrial equipment fabrication, and high technology. Industrial zones such as V-Ship Nagi and Anhua Industrial Zone are continuing to expand to welcome new investment flows.
In the context of escalating trade tensions with the U.S., the province of Quebec in Canada is actively seeking reliable partners. With Vietnam being viewed as an important strategic destination, currently, bilateral trade volume stands at $1.5 billion United States dollars, making Vietnam Canada's largest trading partner in ASEAN. At a meeting between the delegation from the Vietnamese embassy and the leadership of Quebec, Quebec's Minister of Foreign Affairs and Francophonie, Martine Byron, emphasized the importance of establishing a direct maritime transport corridor between the Port of Montreal and Vietnam. Additionally, the Quebec leadership highlighted the need for solidarity to address common challenges, affirming Quebec's commitment to free trade policies.
The British travel magazine Wanderlust has included Sun Doong Cave in its list of 9 destinations with surreal beauty, giving visitors the feeling of being on another planet. According to Wanderlust, with a length of over 9 kilometers, a height sufficient to accommodate a 40-story building, and a system of pristine forests deep within, Sun Doong truly possesses a mystical beauty that is completely different from ordinary caves. To conquer this cave, travelers must embark on a 4-day, 3-night trekking journey filled with challenges. However, this experience is incredibly valuable as visitors witness the unimaginable beauty of one of the greatest natural wonders in the world.
In 2025, the Vietnam Airport Corporation will complete 3 renovation projects at Vinh International Airport with a total investment of nearly 1 trillion VND. Provincial leaders view the completion of these projects as a critical solution to a transportation bottleneck for Nghệ An, offering the province a greater opportunity to achieve its ambitious growth target of 10.5% set by the government for 2025.
Accordingly, Vinh International Airport will undertake repairs on the runway, replace the lighting system, install synchronized signage, renovate the domestic terminal, and reorganize functional areas to optimize operational capacity. The project will also expand and upgrade the parking area to accommodate 9 Code C aircraft positions. With a total investment of 928.36 billion Vietnamese dongs for all 3 projects.
In accordance with the directives from the Provincial People's Committee leadership, we are urging relevant units to ensure the project progresses on schedule.
According to the Master Plan for the Development of the National Airport System from 2021 to 2030, with a vision for 2050 approved by the Prime Minister, Vinh International Airport is classified as a 4E airport, with a capacity of approximately 8 million passengers per year by 2030. The vision for 2050 anticipates a capacity of around 14 million passengers per year. The upgrade of Vinh Airport is a step towards realizing this plan, which is highly anticipated by businesses and residents.
The upgrade of Vinh Airport is also great news for travel service companies, making it safer and more convenient for passengers traveling to Vinh and tourist destinations.
It can be said that the renovation and upgrade of Vinh International Airport is of utmost importance as Nghệ An accelerates its efforts to achieve a growth target of over 2 digits. Along with the completion of many other key projects, a modern, internationally standard airport will serve as a launchpad for Nghệ An to take off.
That is the end of today's news. Thanks for your watching and see you next time.